Are you tired of sharing your spaces with an army of tiny, light-colored Pharaoh ants? This video is just what you need. You'll learn how to get rid of Pharaoh ants and reclaim your home and your snacks in no time. But first, what are the tools and materials you'll need to complete this task? For the full list and where to get them, check the description and pinned comment below. Now that you have all your tools and materials ready, let's get rid of those pesky ants. Get rid of it! Identify the infested areas. To begin the process of getting rid of Pharaoh ants, it's important to first identify the areas of your home or business that are infested with these pests. One of the most obvious signs of a Pharaoh ant infestation is the presence of small, light-colored ants moving in trails or swarms. When searching for signs of Pharaoh ant activity, pay particular attention to areas where food and water are present, such as kitchens and bathrooms. These pests are often attracted to moist environments, so check around sinks, tubs, and other water sources. To identify the infested areas, start by conducting a thorough inspection of your home or business. Pay close attention to any areas where you have noticed ant activity in the past. Look for ant trails or swarms, which may be visible on floors, walls, or countertops. In addition, check for signs of ant nests or colonies, such as small mounds of dirt or debris. Pharaoh ants often nest in warm, humid areas, so be sure to check in areas like wall voids, electrical outlets, or behind baseboards. If you are having trouble identifying the infested areas on your own, consider consulting with a professional pest control service. They can help you conduct a more thorough inspection and develop an effective treatment plan. Remove food sources. These pests are attracted to sweet, sugary substances, as well as proteins and fats. So, it's important to take steps to eliminate any potential food sources in your home or business. To remove food sources and make your property less attractive to Pharaoh ants, conduct a thorough cleaning of your kitchen and other areas where food is prepared or consumed. This should include wiping down countertops, sweeping or vacuuming floors, and cleaning up any spills or crumbs that may be present. Next, be sure to store all food items in airtight containers, such as plastic or glass jars with tight-fitting lids. This will help prevent Pharaoh ants and other pests from getting into your food and making themselves at home. In addition to removing food sources, keep your kitchen surfaces clean and free of clutter. Make sure to wipe down your countertops and sinks regularly. Keep your dishes clean and stored away in cabinets or the dishwasher. If you have pets, be sure to keep their food dishes clean and free of crumbs. Store their food in airtight containers as well. Pet food can be a major attractant for Pharaoh ants and other pests. So, it's important to take steps to eliminate this potential food source. Seal entry points. Pharaoh ants are small and can fit through very tiny gaps and cracks. So, it's important to be thorough when sealing up these areas. To seal entry points and prevent Pharaoh ants from gaining access to your property, conduct a thorough inspection of the exterior of your home or business. Look for any gaps or cracks in walls, floors, foundations, and around doors and windows that could be providing access to pests. Once you have identified any potential entry points, use caulk or another type of sealant to fill in the gaps and cracks. This will help prevent Pharaoh ants and other pests from getting inside and making themselves at home. Be sure to use a high-quality, waterproof sealant that is appropriate for the type of surface you are sealing. For example, if you are sealing around windows and doors, use a sealant that is designed for use on these types of surfaces. In addition to sealing up entry points on the exterior of your property, check for potential access points inside your home or business. This may include gaps around pipes or electrical wiring, as well as holes or cracks in walls or floors. Use bait stations. These bait stations contain a sweet, sugary substance that attracts ants, which then carry the bait back to their nest to share with other ants. This can help eliminate the entire colony, rather than just the ants that are seen on the surface. To use bait stations to get rid of Pharaoh ants, place the bait stations near the ant trails or swarms. Make sure to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully when setting up the bait stations. This may include placing them a certain distance apart or using a certain number of stations based on the size of the infested area. It's important to place the bait stations away from food preparation areas, as the bait can be harmful if ingested. Place the bait stations in out-of-the-way areas where they won't be disturbed or accidentally knocked over. After setting up the bait stations, be patient and allow time for the ants to find and take the bait back to their colony. This may take several days or even weeks, depending on the size of the colony and the effectiveness of the bait. Be sure to check the bait stations regularly to see if they need to be refilled or replaced. Once the ant activity has slowed down or stopped altogether, it's a good indication that the colony has been eliminated. Use insecticide sprays. Insecticide sprays can be an effective way to get rid of Pharaoh ants, particularly when used in combination with other pest control methods. These sprays contain chemicals that are toxic to ants, which can help eliminate the ants and prevent future infestations. Follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully when applying the insecticide spray. This may include shaking the can well before use, holding the can at a certain distance from the surface being sprayed, and wearing protective clothing and equipment. Be sure to use caution when spraying in areas where food is prepared or consumed, as the spray can be harmful if ingested. Cover any food or dishes that are present in the area. In addition, make sure to thoroughly wash any surfaces that come into contact with food before using them again. After applying the insecticide spray, be sure to wait the recommended amount of time before wiping or cleaning the surface. This will allow the spray to dry and be absorbed into the surface, maximizing its effectiveness. Note that insecticide sprays should be used as a last resort and should not be relied upon as the sole method of pest control. They can be harmful to humans and pets if not used properly. They can also be ineffective if not applied correctly. Continue using bait stations and insecticide sprays for several weeks, as Pharaoh ants can be difficult to eliminate completely. If the infestation persists or if you are unsure of how to proceed, consider contacting a professional pest control service for assistance. Practice prevention. After successfully getting rid of Pharaoh ants, it's important to take steps to prevent future infestations. To prevent future infestations of Pharaoh ants, maintain good hygiene practices. This includes keeping your home or business clean and free of food debris, crumbs, and spills. Store food in airtight containers and regularly clean kitchen surfaces, including countertops, sinks, and floors. Sweep or vacuum regularly to remove any crumbs or debris that may have accumulated. In addition to good hygiene practices, seal up any potential entry points that could allow Pharaoh ants and other pests to enter your property. This may include sealing gaps or cracks in walls, floors, foundations, and around doors and windows. Use caulk or another type of sealant to fill in any gaps or cracks, and be sure to check regularly for any new potential entry points that may arise. It's also important to keep your property well maintained and free of clutter. This can include trimming back trees and bushes that may be touching your home or business, as well as storing firewood and other outdoor items away from the structure. Regularly inspect your property for signs of pest activity, such as ant trails or swarms, and take action promptly if you notice any signs of a new infestation. By staying vigilant and taking preventive measures, you can help prevent future infestations of Pharaoh ants and other pests. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you liked it and found it useful. If so, please like, share, and comment to let me know what you thought. Your feedback is important to me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos.